Hey guys, quick vlog or vlog. It's February 9th, 2017. Just wanted to shoot a quick vlog, let you guys know all is well. So, um, 2017 devices. I've done so many videos on smartphones and not enough tablets, not enough. I do a lot of videos on other things. But what type of things are you guys interested in? Because a lot of people now are, pretty much I think my channel is about smartphones because that's what I'm kind of titling it, Smartphone Conversations. But some people like to see other things. And when I post videos on other things, some people really like that. So I'll continue to do that into 2017. So the Galaxy S8, the LG G6, the HTC U Ultra. All of these things have, all those phones have one thing in common, and it's a price tag. So when people ask me, is something worth it? I always say, you kind of got to make your own decision. I've had that conversation before. But new phones are coming to the market, and it's going to be pretty difficult to choose because they're actually getting pretty good. However, someone made a comment in another video saying, hey, these pretty much have all the same thing. They're using old technology. And they want more. They want the new Snapdragon 835. They want this. They want that. But I guess, why do you have to have, not to that person, but why do people still have to have that argument of it needs to be this in this year? The changing of a year doesn't dictate whether or not companies will start putting in the latest technology into their devices. I think from an end user standpoint of view, from an end user point of view, I think that let's go a little bit above end user. How about we go middle ground techie, which is a lot of the people that watch my videos. They want some of the best technology, but they don't want to pay the money for it. And I think we are all in that category. No one wants to pay $800 for a phone, but if it's on a carrier, it's obviously a lot easier because a lot of people can go ahead and just finance the phone through their carrier and pay monthly, which is turning out to be a good thing for a lot of people. But if you don't want a really high phone bill, that's not going to be an option for you. And some people really do not want to adjust their cell phone bill for a smartphone. And that's what it is. So now you lean more towards OEMs. Do you guys remember a while back when we asked OEMs, you need to sell it to us directly? We got what we wanted. For those of you that remember those conversations that we were having a long time ago, years back, when we wanted the carriers to get out of the way. We didn't want bloatware and things like that. Well, fast forward to today, this is what you get. You get a little bit of a higher price tag for a good product. Now, smartphones were always expensive back in the day, but we didn't feel that because they were subsidized. You put down $200, you get the phone or into your contract. But the companies got smarter. They was like, we're not going to take a hit on these, cell phone companies. So it's like, we're not going to keep taking a hit on these smartphones. The people aren't paying their bill because they don't make money off of you buying a cell phone. They make money off you paying your cell phone bill. So now we have where we pay for everything unlocked. Everything is unlocked. So pretty much that's where the future is going, to unlocked. And I kind of agree with that. But I don't think I'll ever agree with the pricing of smartphones. But, the companies still have to make money. They have to maintain profitability. And we want the latest technology. So there's often conversations of, well, we control the market, let's dictate, we won't buy, but that just won't happen. People are not going, there's enough people, I guess I'll say, there's enough people buying to where the smartphone companies can keep making them at these prices. And that's just what it is. So the pricing wars that we hope to see in 2017, I don't see that happening, When this phone came out, and I just use this as a benchmark because it's middle ground. It's a high-end smartphone with a low-end price. So when we actually did get what we wanted, the pricing wars didn't start. So now we're faced with having to decide, I want that new smartphone, but do I want to go ahead and pay that hefty price tag? And that is where a lot of people are having troubles. And now people are wanting the carriers to have some say-so in paying for the devices. And I made a comment in another vlog, I think it was yesterday on February 8th, about worth. And some people kind of got offended by that. I think where I say, you should stay in your lane, or, if you're asking about the price all the time, when you know that it's a high price, I guess if you're disputing the price tag and you currently don't buy flagships, then, that's kind of for you. But the people who buy all the flagships, we're definitely looking for some price drops because we're not financing them on carriers and things like that, or we're not, using we're not paying for it, looking for a very low price for a Snapdragon 835 or 821. Now, here's the problem with that, though. This is where we, as people who say that, kind of have to zip it up, because we do have phones that released with the Snapdragon 820. There's phones that have the same specs as the HTC Ultra as far as processor, RAM, and memory, but they only cost like $299, $300. So how are those OEMs able to do it and the bigger names aren't? Well, the bigger names can do it, but they have to maintain profitability. So they can get away with it. Like the bigger your name is, Apple, for instance, and Samsung, they can price their phones at $1,000 and people buy them because they trust the brand, they trust the name, which is just marketing. HTC has phones that are 600, 700, 800. Some people trust the brand. I've actually spoken to people who just are only buying Samsung. They're only buying Apple. They're only buying Nexus devices. They're only buying HTC. And that's something that you just have to deal with. So OEMs probably won't drop the pricing anytime soon. If we really want to control the market, it's going to take a long time for that to happen. Sorry, my alarm went up. You like my alarm? Get up, get up. That's one of the alarms on CT. It's just going to be a situation where if we really want to try to control the market, that means we can't buy smartphones for a whole year probably. Now, I know technology changes every 6 months or every 3 to 6 months. It's right now you see them kicking out, talking about things every day, but companies aren't releasing phones. Other than Sony, they tried to do it by releasing a phone every 6 months. That's a total flop because they're basically just releasing the same phone over and over and expecting you to buy the same phone. And companies like Blue and all these companies, those phones are not targeted to the techies almost, I want to say, the people who are willing to spend that $800. But if we really wanted to control the market, let's not buy a high-end smartphone for a year. The OEMs would, well, not even a year. This just, when they come out every 3 to 6 months, don't buy them. And that is how you can impact a market. That is how you impact a market. So homeowners, you understand what that means. If you're a homeowner, you know that you don't control the market, but when the drought happens, boy, they drop those interest rates and you start getting 20,000 off. No, stuff like it really happens like that. So, but for a smartphone, it's now become such a necessity to have a smartphone. It's amazing. So, I think with the way we're going in 2017, heading into 2018, 2019, if we're still around then, we're going to see. I don't think we're going to see the decrease in price that we want, but we will see the mid-range game. Companies will start making this high-end version, and then they'll make this middle ground version. Motorola is a company that's good for that. They have a phone in every category, which is kind of popular in the U.S., I'll say, because there are other companies that have phones in every category, but they're not as popular in the U.S., so keep that in mind. So where do you see the direction of smartphones going in 2017? I personally don't think that the pricing will change or get any lower. We will see some pretty good technology coming up and some amazing new features. But as far as progressing the phones through the latest processor really fast, like people say, oh, I want the 835. Well, the 821 is still the processor. So some people who made a comment saying, oh, they released that phone with old technology. The 821 is the latest processor. The 835 technically is not on sale in mainstream devices. So the 821 is the 821 is the processor. So where do you guys see it going? 2017, do you see prices dropping on high-end smartphones? Do you see people trying to compete with this phone? Do you see people trying to compete with, do you see more mid-range phones taking over in the unlocked arena? Are we going to see unlocked phones that are actually really solid for less than $400? It's your man Jay Will. I'm looking at my timer down here. It's your man Jay Will. I hope you enjoyed this video. I might bring you a vlog every other day. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to decide. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care.